Our time apart felt so long. Each day was like an eternity. Then I expect full payment, compounded daily. I had a feeling it might be. I wouldn't want to miss the surprise you've prepared. You may not have realized it, but your questions about my availability have been strategically placed over the last few days. And today, there was an extra spring in your voice, a glow on your face, and your eyes have been sparkling with anticipation whenever they meet mine. It's the expression you always wear when you have a secret tucked away. I've just become fluent in the language of you. But even with a spoiler, the joy of the moment comes from sharing it with you. Was that the feeling you were describing? I was merely collecting data on alternative forms of joy. I must concede, the data is compelling, so I've decided to conduct a no preconceptions experiment for our upcoming trip. I have a feeling the findings will be exceptionally pleasant. With our experiment now in progress, I assume you plan to keep the mystery of our route a secret for now, Miss Producer? Do you remember the dessert shop we visited to rehabilitate your sense of taste after the flu? I picked up a small supply while you were making the final arrangements for our trip. But the apple pie has a hint of spirits in it, Our driver will have to sample that once we part. The joy of surprises works both ways. I wanted to bring a little happiness to the person who worked so hard planning this journey. What is it? Is this a scheduled event on the surprise agenda? I think I'm starting to appreciate the parameters of this experiment. Lovely. It has the spirit of a spring celebration. I think I'll wear the companion piece. Where the flower goes, the leaf follows. Seems fitting, doesn't it? You found me. Its sole purpose was to lure you in. By that measure, it was a masterpiece. A garland seller passed by, and this one stood out to me. The most vivid bloom for the one who holds my heart. Will you walk with me into the spring that awaits? Perfectly, but it's the sentiment it carries that I value most. Do not refuse my heart. Acclaim. Let it tell everyone that I am yours. Does this satisfy the terms? And what does our adventure hold next? I'm here. I found us the perfect place to eat while you were orchestrating dinner. I was looking for somewhere romantic and secluded to enjoy my surprise. This is nicely prepared. Not exactly. It just brings back memories of my time in Britain. Did you know there's a rite of passage for students in the UK? You haven't truly studied there until you've had a kebab. Yes, they're on every corner and the last to close. My study groups would often work late, and ordering kebabs became our ritual. A positive result in the lab called for a celebratory order. The more toppings, the better. We acquired the taste. It was the constant companion for many hungry experiment-filled nights. So it turned into a bit of a tradition for us. I remember one celebration when I was the only one not overly impressed by the kebabs. Our team leader decided to whip up a custom sauce just for me. He was determined to win me over. It was unforgettable in its own way. I voluntarily abstained from kebabs for quite a while after that experience. It seems that the knack for sauce creation and lab work are distinct skill sets. Thankfully, he recognized his calling and stuck to research. For me, it was a surprise as well. We'd need to replicate the conditions to be certain. I look forward to your further collaboration. No, I just found my arms disappointingly empty and went in search of their missing contents. I'm perfectly alert. You made sure I was well rested. I'm just practicing mindfulness so I can fully embrace the experience ahead. I trust you completely. I could never refuse you. I've discovered the answer to our experiment. It was the first color I saw, the one you brought to the world when I looked at you. At that moment, I had my conclusion. It was more radiant than I ever expected, and far more captivating. Pleased doesn't quite capture it. I'm experiencing a joy that has no substitute. When I stop observing and just feel, every single thing about you becomes magnified. Like the way your breath hitches when I kiss you, how you always curl your fingers around mine. Every landscape we've seen, every flower we've smelled together, it all leaves a profound sense of contentment I can't quite name. But there's one constant variable. Foreseen or not, it always makes my heart rebel against its rhythm. I've always been able to sense it. This joy, this love, it's the one variable in our experiment that will never change. I eagerly await all the different forms of happiness it will reveal. I long for that day as well. Now, come closer. I want to soak in more of the happiness and color that only you can give.